What's going on, everyone? We've got some awesome black cards to discuss today that were revealed. Um, if you were following the spoilers as they came out, then you've probably already seen these cards. So I'm going to skip over these in my spoiler videos because I have not recorded the ones with these cards in yet. So I'm just going to delete them from the list and skip over them since I'm covering them now. But anyways, we have a 10-drop black spell. This is a rare in Rally to War, and it's got a crazy effect. So, as part of the cost to play this spell, put all of your non-black dice into your discard pile, discard your hand, and destroy all of your barriers, creatures, and ambushes. So, essentially, it's going to leave you with nothing except your black dice, which I think is pretty interesting because then you can use black Dragocross abilities. So, I do kind of like that your black dice get to stay. I mean, this might be pretty good in a mono deck, in a mono black deck, or a deck that uses 2 black banners. But then, after you pay that cost, or before we move to that, you cannot lose the game until the start of your opponent's next turn. So this is actually part of the official rules. Once your barriers are destroyed, you cannot lose until the end of the turn. So you can see that in this card. I didn't really understand why that was an effect, or why that was a rule, but with this card, now I can understand. And then, gonna skip down a little bit. At the start of your opponent's next draw step, you lose the game. So that kind of makes sense because you're sacrificing all of your barriers to play this card. And yeah, so the most important thing to note is that at the start of their draw step, they lose. Or at the start of their draw step, you lose. So if they were to deck out and lose, this effect triggers before they would draw. So even if they were to deck themselves out, you would lose first. So now moving on to what this card actually does, what you're paying such that huge cost for. Draw 5 cards and all creatures and spells in your hand cost 0 for this turn. So you're pretty much given 5 cards to win the game with, because you're either going to win that turn with those 5 cards or you're going to lose once you end your turn. So I do think this is a really interesting card. I do really like it, and I would love to build a deck around it. Not sure how I would go about doing that because I feel like you want to play a lot of high cost creatures so that you can actually get the benefits of playing those cards for free. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys think of this card. Are you going to try to use it, or maybe just run one in a black deck? So moving on to the next one, we've finally got Albert Plague Spreader. So he's a 5-drop black card with 5 attack, 5 endurance. So I believe he is actually the lowest cost. Never mind, Eleanor's a 4. So he's just 1 more above Eleanor in terms of cost. Actually, Violence a 4 too. Never mind, just forget everything I said. But he's not really my favorite effect, but he is still pretty good. So his first effect is when this creature attacks, all of your creatures gain deadly for this turn. So I guess that's kind of good. I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of deadly. I mean, I do understand that it's a really good effect, but that's just not really my playstyle, so that's just my opinion. But then its second effect is when this creature is black Dragocrossed, so you could play him for free after using Offering of Souls, and then still be able to use this Dragocross ability because you still get your black dice. But when this creature is Dragocrossed black, you may discard an Albert Plague Spreader from your hand. If you do, choose an opposing creature and destroy it. So I do really like how you don't have to use like something else to destroy a creature. Like he just inherently destroys it by discarding a copy of himself. So I think that's a really interesting effect, and I'm really interested to see how the black cards develop over time. Are they all going to be destruction based, or are they going to kind of evolve into something a little bit more than that? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about these cards down below. Are you excited for the black deck? Are you going to be playing them at all? And be sure to check out Dragoracle and the Facebook page. Links to both are down below. We're almost at 1,000 members for the Facebook page. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.